I'm Morgan Leslie, and these are 10 Spokane skateboard tricks you should know about. Alright, so our first spot brings us to Cataldo and Washington. Riverfront Skate Park is right over there. I don't know how many of you guys know, but this thing right here has been ollied from the parking lot up there to the street. Alright, so this thing isn't very tall. It's only about 6 feet, but when it comes to length, this thing is huge. Here's so you can actually kind of see how long this thing is. As for the skater who did ollie it, his name is Dodd. Here's the clip. All right, so for our next spot, we are on Sento and Washington Street. But the spot is, it's another ollie, but this 6 flat 6 over here has been ollied by Gibson Miller. Oh yeah, so we got a 6 flat 6. Yeah, this rail used to be red back in the day. There's a giant crack up here now. Like, you just have barely any runway. It is downhill though, I will give it that. It would be a lot harder to skate now because of that crack, but I feel like it's still doable. You'd have to trim the trees a little bit. This thing is massive. That's enough of me talking about it. Here's the clip. For our next spot, we're at Lewis and Clark High School. We're going to talk about my homies' backside nose grind on that far ledge over there. Up for this spot ain't bad. It's kind of downhill. You don't really got to work to get to the spot. But as for this thing, it's like not too tall, pretty skinny to get on, and then you're just like, you're up here like 6 feet or so, and then that's your landing down there. Dude, Adrian, you're nuts. I happened to be blessed enough that day to be there. It was so sick. I remember him he had to work for it, that's for sure. But a 10-stair drop. It looks a little over 6 feet tall. And now you have this to worry about. Your landing's not very big. Well, yeah, Pedro, you are insane for this one. Here's a clip. What the fuck? 2 times in a row? For the next spot, this one's been a massive bust for like, I don't know, like 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. There used to be alarms that would sound when you were here. They're not going off right now, so that's good. Well, we're going to talk about tour tricks here. We're at the old Costco. This place is historic Spokane skate spot. It has been around for decades. One of the tricks we're going to talk about here today is on this 3-stair right here. It's pretty long, as you can tell. The trick is Nick Kunz switch frontside 5-0. I honestly cannot believe that he did this or how he did it. Switch front 5-0 is such a hard trick to stand in. And one of the things you're not going to know unless you've actually skated this ledge is there's a little divot on this end right here that will push you off of the ledge if you're not going fast enough. Which also the run up for front side, or from coming this way, unless you're willing to ollie up this ledge right here first, like push in the parking lot and ollie up, which a few people have done, we'll talk about them at some point. You have to start from up here and you get short run up to the 3-stair. I start to cry. The next trick we're going to talk about is on this gap right here. And the trick is Andrew Morrison's double kickflip in Walrus. Pretty sure it was in Walrus. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I watched that the other day. Oh yeah, double kickflip on this gap. Run up's not too bad. You just got to run from way down there, ollie up, and then send it off the gap. The only thing about this gap is The landing is a little rough. You definitely don't want to clip on it. You have a little bit of a crack before it. I almost fell off. And then it is pretty long. Yeah, no, that's a pretty insane double kickflip. But yeah, here's the clip. Me personally, that's probably one of my favorite tricks to go down here, just because a lot of people don't like double flips, and my excuse for that is like, well, people with style don't do them. And here is a perfect example of that. Next two clips we're going to talk about happened at Ferris High School. It's since been remodeled, so both of these spots are torn out, RIP. But probably the first one I'm going to bring up is Seth Ramirez nollie flip on the 8th stair. Stomped it so hard, the way he landed it, caught it and everything. Like, man, I love that nollie flip. It was so good. That was in Abracadabra. And the next trick was also in Abracadabra. There used to be a 14 stair here called Ferris 14, of course. And it was pretty perfect for Spokane standards. One of the best rails we had around. A lot's been done on it. But one of the better things that got done on it was Andrew Biernat's frontside Noseblunt. Alright, so our next spot is the Crest line gap. Unfortunately, it's not skatable anymore because I put a fence up. I mean, you could cut it. That would actually be pretty sick if you like opened up the fence like it is right there and skated the gap through it. That'd be crazy. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it would always go off right here. And it was just this tiny little long 5-stair length gap. A lot's been done on this thing. But the clip that we're here to talk about is my dog Jake Rozier Switch frontside at 360 shuvit. A really rare one. I almost never see people do that trick, but yep, here's the clip. I didn't realize I've actually picked a lot of tricks today that I was there for. I happened to be there that day. It was like 95 degrees. He's wearing a flannel because it is super cheese grater landing. But yeah, no, like this spot was really sick back in the day. I kind of wish I would have got something cool down it, but I unfortunately never did. But yeah, no, the switch frontside 360 shuvit, probably, I think that might be the best trick to go down this gap, honestly. I can't think of a better one. Nollie tray was pretty good one, but I don't know, Joe, you didn't pop it. Maybe it would have been the best trick if you popped it. But yep, all right, and we got one last spot to go to today. And this next spot, or this next trick, is probably one of the crazier ones. Definitely one of the craziest tricks I've ever been there to witness in person. But the trick is Taylor Lewis rock fakie on that pole. Somehow, don't ask me how.
8 balls, MJG, bitch, I got 8 balls, MJG, bitch, I got.
The thing about it too, he did it in like a couple tries. It wasn't even hard for him at the time. Made no sense.